So from the outside looking in, you might think, as a data analyst, I'm just crushing dashboards, I'm crunching numbers, I'm putting out reports, I'm presenting to coworkers, to managers, to stakeholders, and I'm doing well. But from the inside, sometimes this work can get to you and make you feel like you don't really know what you're doing. You're not as good as other analysts on the team. You're not as good as the people that you work with. And really, the work you're doing just isn't worth the money they're paying you. Now, if you've ever felt this way with anything, I'm sure it's a problem that will come up in the future in your career, or even if you're working as a data analyst now, it's something that can come up really at any time. And I'm here to say that I've felt this way before. Specifically, I felt this a lot when I first started, but it's a feeling that comes up time and time again. I don't know if this is the dictionary definition of imposter syndrome, but to me, it's the closest thing to it. So I wanted to make a video about it and talk about it. And hopefully this helps somebody who feels the same way in anything they're doing, really, whether it's being a data analyst or not. But to define the feeling that I'm talking about, it's feelings of doubt, feelings of insecurity, or the fear of being exposed as an imposter. Being exposed to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, can't be trusted, and really should just be fired. This can come up while you're doing reports, while you're doing presentations, while you're putting together a slide deck for somebody else, while you're putting together dashboards, or really when you're just stuck on any problem. And I don't know the exact statistics on it, but from the prevalence that I've seen this type of topic discussed on YouTube, seen this type of topic discussed outside of YouTube in the real world, it's probably more prevalent than I would expect, or really anyone would expect. But I feel like the source of it is that going through school, you strive for perfection. You strive for that perfect A on an exam. You strive for the perfect presentation that you nail and everybody's proud of you, or you strive to make your parents proud. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has had these feelings in the past, but it can show itself in a few different ways from what I've noticed. Myself, it's things like self-deprecation, telling yourself, yeah, I'm not as good at that. Telling other people, yeah, I mean, sure, it sounds like I'm doing great, but, I'm nothing special. Or downgrading your achievements when you accomplish a goal that you've been striving after, just to say, maybe, yeah, I got lucky, I had some help from other people. Really not giving yourself the credit you deserve. Or the idea of perfectionism, thinking that all the work you have to do has to be 100% accurate, 100% perfect, or else it's not worth the time of day to discuss with anybody else. This simply just isn't true. And even though I struggle with this, and that's exactly how my experience has played out in the past. And if those are feelings that you've felt before, I think this is going to be a valuable video for you, because I'm going to talk exactly about how I've kind of dealt with these thoughts and dealt with this struggle that I've had as my time as a data analyst. I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not going to say I know exactly what causes this, but for me, I can probably just attribute it to a fear of failure. I'm constantly worried that I'm going to fail at something I do, and sometimes it can stop me from starting something in the beginning at all. But as your job, you're expected to do certain things. And when you're asked to do them, you can't simply just say, no, I'm not going to do it because I'm scared I'm going to fail. It's something you're going to have to figure out. And so when you go through, and even though you have these thoughts that you're not going to be able to do it, you're not going to be able to do it well, you have to somehow find a way to will yourself to even start the project. Finish it on time, do the best work you can, and get it out to the people that need to see it. And when you're in the middle of these thoughts, you're looking at your coworkers and everybody else, and they seem to have it all together. They seem to know the answers, and they seem to know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. But that's simply not the truth. Everybody feels some tinge of some semblance of these same feelings anytime they're doing something. Even the people that just seem like they have it all together, they don't. Nobody knows 100% of the time what to do or how to do it best. And so you're not alone in these feelings, and you shouldn't have to feel like, yeah, I'm just the dumb one here, and I can't figure anything out. It's not true. And even the people that make it look effortless, on the inside, they're having some of the same thoughts that you are. Even if they really are a better data analyst or whatever it is, better whatever than you are, they still have the same thoughts and same feelings, and they still had to go through the same process you did, or where you're at right now to get where they are now. And it's not about who's smarter, who's dumber. It's just a process of learning and improving every day as you go through your work or whatever you're doing. And unfortunately, this can cause you to burn out. It can cause you to become lazy because you're thinking, well, if I just kind of coast along and cruise through, maybe nobody will notice. But that's probably the worst thing you could do, because if my experience is true for anybody else, really the best way to get over this feeling is to just put your head forward and start. You can't just coast along and kick the can down the road, because it's not going to get any better. If anything, it's probably going to make you feel worse, because as you do that, you're going to get closer and closer to deadlines. You're going to have to really turn up the dial at the end to finish the product or whatever it is you're doing and get it out to the people that need to see it, which is only going to make it harder and harder to actually put out good work that you can be proud of. So my advice to you is just to start. Don't wait, because it's just going to compound the problem even further. The faster you get started, the faster you're going to know what you need to learn and how you can figure out what you need to do to get that product out there or get that project out there, presentation or whatever it is. So what you can do is try to shift that mindset from I'm not good enough or everybody's better to me to I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm trying to understand how to do this better, I'm trying to understand how to use SQL better, I'm trying to understand how to make more efficient queries, I'm trying to understand how to fit this specific model in this use case. Whatever it is, you're learning and growing, you're not failing and falling behind, and you're not dumber than other people. I've been a data analyst full-time for 1 year. Most of the people I work with have been there at least 4 or 5 years, or have been at another company for multiple years before they even came here. Sure, they're going to be better than me at certain things. And sure, they're going to do things quicker than I have in the past. And sure, they're going to do things quicker than what I can do them in some cases. That's just how it works. And once I'm at the point in my career where they are now, I'm sure I will be just as quick, if not quicker than them, because I've already taken the steps and laid the groundwork that I'm learning and growing in this stage of my career, and I can't be expected to know how to do everything the first try. I'm going to have to ask for help. I'm going to have to learn. I'm going to have to look through Stack Overflow for an hour to figure out a problem I'm having. And even these people that are higher up in your career, at some point they're going to have to do the same thing for learning something else. It's just the way it's going to work. So you can't expect to have all the answers, especially early on in your career. You made it this far. You were given a chance and an opportunity at your job or whatever it is, or you've been given an opportunity at school. There are people that believe in you, regardless of where you are in life. And those people that put you in those positions, they didn't put you there expecting that you would know everything and that you would never need help and that you would immediately hit the ground running and put out the best work they've ever seen. They saw a potential in you, and really that's what you should see in yourself as well. If this video helped you, check out this video next, because I think it might help you as well becoming a data analyst. And if you're interested, check out the link in the description and see my mailing list. I'm going to put out important updates there every once in a while, so just so you don't miss it, check that out. Thanks for watching.